Good evening and welcome to the fall semester finale of the Nightly News, brought to you by St. Rose Television at the College of St. Rose. Today is December 9th, 2019. I'm David Meister.
And I'm Leanne Demartino. Let's get into this week's news. This week we will be talking about where to find the alternate exam schedule, the celebration of holidays, senior playbacks, Lil Bub, and the next St. Rose musical.
Finals week has arrived here at the college, and exam week will follow a different schedule than the Class 1 students and faculty follow for the majority of the semester. If the date and time is missing from a syllabus, consult the school's website for the time of your final class meeting.
St. Rose's Office of Spiritual Life held their annual Festival of Holidays last week. Students shared traditions from major winter celebrations and shared parts of their experiences, which is a major tenet of the office's mission.
Many senior playbacks took place this past weekend in the Hearst Recording Studios. These album releases are the capstone project of music industry students here at the college. Some of those who released their work this weekend were Josh Morris, Zane Agnew, Connor Walsh, Amy Branham, and Victor Dmitriev.
Internet sensation Lil Bub died last week, December 1st, at the age of 9. She had partnered with the ASPCA as a poster cat and had over 20 million followers on social media. Bub became famous for her unique big eyes and droopy tongue that were a result of health issues from birth.
The St. Rose Campus Theater and the music department are partnering in the spring for their final production of the year, The Mystery of Edwin Drood. Auditions were this past weekend, and information will be released throughout the course of the semester on the theater's Facebook page. This marks the first time that the Campus Theater has done musicals in both of its semesters.
Now let's go to SRTV's meteorologist, Chris Weiss, to tell us what to expect for weather for the rest of the week. Here's to you, Chris.
Thank you, Leanne. So let's get into the weather of the week. So we're off to a pretty rough start. We got showers coming in, and they are expected to continue into tomorrow. All right. Hopefully that doesn't occur again. But Wednesday, we are expecting the showers to clear up at the cost of a drop in temperatures that will continue into Thursday. Thankfully, Friday, though, we will see a rise in temperatures as the clouds do set in, as we are expecting showers to come back throughout the weekend. Now, let's head to sports with David.
Thank you very much, Chris. Let's get into this week in sports. The women's soccer team is still dancing in the NCAA tournament. They competed in the East Regional Finals last Friday, and the Golden Knights hoisted the regional champions trophy after defeating the Malloy Lions 4-1. Senior Nita Pradanic opened the scoring in the 10th minute for her 20th goal of the year, but Malloy would answer back just 18 seconds later to tie it back up. St. Rose would go on to score 3 unanswered from there to claim victory. They then moved on to the national quarterfinals on Sunday against the Bloomsburg Huskies for the right to advance to the Final Four in Pittsburgh, and the Golden Knights prevailed by a score of 2-1. Freshman Olivia Boucher opened the scoring in the 10th minute off a pass from Pradanic, and just as the first half was expiring, senior Morgan Burchard struck a free kick to give St. Rose a 2-0 lead at the half. The Huskies would add one in the 68th minute, but the Golden Knights defense stiffened and held off Bloomsburg to punch their ticket to the Final Four. This will be the team's 7th time in the national semifinals in the past 12 years. They will take on the Grand Valley State Lakers on Thursday at 11 a.m. The women's basketball team entered their game against the Pace Setters last Wednesday night on a 2-game losing streak. They looked to right the ship but could not get the win, falling 78-73. The Golden Knights did come back from 7 points down late in the fourth quarter to force overtime, but they were outscored 12-7 in the extra session. They looked to bounce back on Saturday with a road game against the New Haven Chargers, but they lost again 69-48. The 2 losses dropped their record to 3-5, and they will be back home on Tuesday to take on Southern Connecticut State. Tip-off is at 5:30. And finally, the men's basketball team entered play last Wednesday against Pace, also with a 2-game losing streak of their own. They looked to come back with a win against the Setters, but fell 94-82. Despite the loss, 4 Golden Knights managed to record double-digit point totals. They then looked to snap their losing streak on Saturday against New Haven, but lost 68-57. The 2 losses slide their record down to 3-6, and they will look to break their cold streak against the Southern Connecticut State Owls on Tuesday night at home. Game starts at 7:30, and that's all for sports this week.
That's all we have for the Nightly News this week. To the viewers at home, thanks for watching. I'm Leanne Demartino.
I'm David Meister.
And I'm Chris Weiss.
For more information on any of our stories, take a look at the Chronicle, the St. Rose newspaper, both in print and online. From all of us here at SRTV, happy holidays.
Have a great break, everyone.
See you next year.